Welcome everyone to an amazing duel between Nirob as the Tomb Kings versus Wang Dang Doodle as the High Elves. This match took place on Storm Demon for a super close battle. So over here, with the High Elves in the front line, we'll be seeing 5 units of the anti-large spearmen, and they're going to be supported by 3 units of the anti-infantry rangers. We're also going to have 4 elite units of range in the pocket with the Sisters of Avalon, here with those flaming and magical attacks, and the armor-piercing missile strength. For the mobility, 4 units of the fast Illyrian Reavers, and in the sky here, the nice Eagle with the Archmage of Fire. So she today will be having the Burning Head, as well as Fireball, Kindle Flame, and the Arcane Conduit. So here for the Tomb Kings, we'll have a single unit of the Skeleton Horse Archers here on the right flank, with 4 units of the Infantry Skeleton Warriors, and the ROR King's Nikesh Scorpion Legion. 2 units of the Nekahara Horsemen, 2 units of the Anti-Infantry Yushupti, and also here the Tomb Scorpion. So lots of anti-infantry and lots of horsemen, and also the anti-large and armor-piercing Necropolis Knights. So Necropolis Knights here with their poison and their brilliant halberds are going to be very good at taking out all those horsemen. Here in the back we are going to have the hero, the Necrotect, with the Elixir of Might, Restore, Vambraces of the Sun, as well as Stone Sharper and Wrath of the Creator. So for the last unit today, we are going to have Cetra the Imperishable, here with his Blessed Blade of Petra, also the Wrath of Petra, Incantation of Protection, Incantation of the Cursed Blades, the Crown of Nehekara, Unyielding Will, and also the Restless Dead. So a good support character today is going to be the Necrotect here with his Restore and also his Elixir of Might. He can really buff and regen characters such as the Tomb Scorpions, and we also have the Necropolis Knights and also the Shubti, so lots of good healing here for the Tomb Kings that you don't normally see. A Fireball, a near miss here for Cetra the Imperishable. All Lords here for the Tomb Kings with their bandages have a 25% weakness to fire. And also Burning Head is just so good at removing lightly armoured infantry. So a couple of Burning Heads here could really remove the Skeleton Warriors and the Skeleton Spearmen in the front line. So you do have to be super careful. And with the flaming attacks here from the Sisters of Avalon with all that armour piercing as well, you do seriously have to be careful with Cetra the Imperishable. He does have 7.5k health, but 4 units of Sisters could really deal some good damage. So I'm going to be shooting in the front, and really nice here from the Tomb King player. With that 140 range going to be used to all of its advantage, shooting into the lightly armoured Sisters of Avalon, something we do have to be careful of. They actually only have 76 speed, whilst we have 90 for the Illyrian Reaver, so you really want to push through nice and early and shut them down. But they're going to get some good value here up against these Sisters early on. It looks like there was an Overcaster spell from Cetra, causing some damage there to himself from the Overcast. But moving through the front and pushing through nicely here. The Necropolis Knights hopping straight onto the Sisters of Avalon. A perfect target, shutting down one of the elite 4 units of range. We're now going to have one of the Sisters on the left shooting into the Yushupti, the nice monstrous infantry. So some good work there. With the Rangers really trying to buffer. This could be a Burning Head going across the Skeleton Warriors. Yes, it is. A fantastic Burning Head as well, doing loads of damage here against the Skeleton Warriors. Also put them down to negative 53 leadership. That was a really nice Burning Head. Going across the pocket as well. Looks like we did actually hit some of the Rangers. Not too many. Hopefully we don't come over the Spearmen. Oh no, looks like we're going to catch some of the Spearmen as well, but it's not too bad here. We didn't catch any of the Sisters. In the front, oh my god, the Yushupti getting destroyed here in the front up against the Sisters. That's some really nice work early on. But as you can see, the Necropolis Knights now moving on to the second unit of Sisters, as we also have Cetra the Imperishable doing some work as well. Another Fireball missing. I think I'd rather put my magic into Burning Heads right now to try and see if we can remove the Skeleton Warriors. As we can see, we have 2 units of the Illyrian Reavers fighting up against the Nekahara Horsemen. I'd like to see one drop, get around the flank and try and see if we can shut down or push away the Skeleton Horse Archers. Moving around here, looks like the Sisters of Avalon, a good movement there. So we get the Spearmen in, block up this Tomb Scorpion and allow the Sisters to get that nice free fire. Protected in the sky, though, is going to be the Archmage. Nothing here to challenge her. So she can just get some fireballs off, maybe get a couple of Burning Heads here. Now most of the infantry is gone. But as we can see, real trouble here in the back. We do have some Rangers, but they're so low on health and leadership. These Sisters can try and run, but you are going to have leaping and bounding in the back. Is going to be Cetra the Imperishable, just pushing his way, using all of his mass up against these Sisters. So some lovely work there in the back as well. The Necropolis Knights, just constant pressure this High Elf player is really getting stuck on here by Nirob. As we can see, the Nekahara Horsemen a little bit statuesque in the back. I'd like to see them get involved a bit more. And we can see that the anti-infantry Necrotank doing some good work here up against the Spearmen alongside the Yushabti. The Necropolis Knights, Incantation of Protection and Restore. Really trying to get them to be as efficient as possible here with this fantastic unit. It looks like the Illyria is caught in a bit of a bad place here, between a rock and a hard place as they're fighting up against the perfectly designed Necropolis Knights. Here, I'd love to see some more sister focus on Cetra the Imperishable. That weakness to fire and the armor piercing that they do deliver is perfect at removing him. As you can see, left alone here, he will handedly remove the sisters in a matter of moments. Nice work here, though, up against the Tomb Scorpion. 2 units of the sisters. It looks like just one now, as the second one has been compromised here by the Yushabti summon. It looks like here we did actually get the realm of Yushabti coming through. But it looks like the Illyrian Reavers are going to try and blockade the best they can. The sisters are pushing through, though. Might be able to try and see if we get some shots in. The Tomb Scorpion has been dealt with pretty much. 1,100 HP. Just about stabilizing. Anti-infantry and armor piercing. Very good here up against the Spearmen. It looks like Incantation of Protection for that 40% physical resistance. And a push here from the Archmage of Fire. Ooh, lovely animation as he moves into the back here up against the sisters. And what makes him so difficult to kill is the fact that he can just keep moving using all those very irritating attack animations. Over here on the left, balance of power super even at this moment. We still have the Necropolis Knights here fighting up against the Sisters of Avalon. We have the Yushabti fighting up against Spearmen, and it's like the Necrotect is going to be dealing with the rest. We're now going to move on here to the sisters that have managed to break away. We actually have some rangers in the back. I'd like to see them get in and try and see if they can aid the sisters, but I think it might be just a little bit too late now. But we still have all 4 online. One might be breaking, but the other 2 over here relatively healthy with some good ammunition left. That's a little bit dangerous here, especially with Cetra still on the battlefield. It looks like the Tomb Scorpion still hanging on. Negative 42 leadership, 200 HP. That will be going off very quickly here. Moving back in is the Illyrian Reavers. We get a nice look at the battlefield here. Still left behind, a little bit of a reserve for the Nekahara Horsemen, but I would like to see them get a little bit more involved, especially going in the back and shutting down the sisters. They're very fast there with that 78 speed. So some good shots here from the sisters, shooting into Cetra the Imperishable, as he does fight up against the, are they broken or shattered? Just broken units of Sisters of Avalon. Looks like the Illyrian Reaver is now going to try and make a blockade here. Oh no, that explosion here with Batra going off. That's actually going to do some good damage and terrify the double units of the Illyrian Reavers. So I really like this. Divide and conquer. Splitting up the Sisters of Avalon, forcing Cetra to go off the run, and whilst the other one shoots him down. It looks like here the Archmage going to be down to 1.5k as well. She's looking in the danger zone. If she does break here, it could get really scary for the rest of this High Elf force. As we can see, the Necropolis Knights coming in for that support. You can now divide and conquer with both of these. You can send one onto one and have Cetra onto the other. But moving in is going to be the Spearmen. They're really trying to get this good barrier between the sisters and both of these great entities. Over on the left-hand side, though, the Necrotech still going strong here, fighting up against the Spearmen, and these Nekahara Horsemen are super needed. We actually managed to lose the Spearmen there from the Tomb Kings, and it looks like in the back, a lot of these units are going to be breaking. It looks like these Rangers are broken. 1, 2, 3... 3 units of the Rangers have broken and moved to the backside. Looks like we have 1, 2, 3 left, 4 Spearmen left on as well. So there's not too much here. It's just going to be the sisters running for their life. In flying high in the sky, though, the Archmage, I don't really know what she can do here. Both of these will handedly remove her. But it still looks like we are going to get some shots on the periphery from the Sisters of Avalon. This is looking really dangerous here for the Tomb Kings. There's not too much left for them here to deal with all of these sisters, all of these anti-large spears, and also start dealing with the Archmage. Really need to get these Nekahara Horsemen in. Nice fireball. If that does connect, that could do some lovely damage. I think that connected there. 1.9k left for Cetra the Imperishable. Looks like the Necropolis Knights being a little bit slow there, but they are now going to move in and try and attack the Sisters of Avalon. This is where you need to get the Archmage in, if at all possible. And here we go. They are moving in. Nekahara Horsemen going to come and try and help clean up crew here. But unfortunately, it might be a little bit too late. The Blessed Parade of Petra and the Incantation of Protection really trying to aid him in continuing this fight so we can get that support in. On foot, the Necrotech still coming. He has 31 speed, so it might take him a little moment to get over here. I don't know if Cetra's going to be able to hold on just that long. He's just going to be pouncing with that anti-infantry all over the High Elf front line. Looks like here we have 24 units of the Sisters of Avalon left. They're going to be getting cleaned up by the Nekahara Horsemen, but we still have 2 of these sisters on the right. They're going to be shooting in fireballs as well up against Cetra. That one's certainly collected here with 300, 200, 170 health here left for Cetra. -4 leadership, 41 health. Oh, he has 4 leadership. He's actually going to be stabilizing on 8 health. That's absolutely crazy. 8 health he stabilizes, but he does go down. Fantastic stuff here from the High Elves. Moving in, though, are coming with the latecomers. The Nekahara Horsemen going to be cleaning up crew in there. Both of them are on top of each other, unfortunately, which means the Nekahara will be able to clean up both at the same time. So it looks like the anti-infantry Necrotech is going to be in the back. He's no joke in melee combat. He does have 45 melee attack, 30 melee defense with good weapon strength and anti-infantry. So he could certainly do some good work here if he is unimpeded. I'd love to see the Archmage get in here and really finish him off. That could win the game here. But balance of power is super even. It looks like we have broken both the sisters. We need to make sure they go off the end of the battlefield, that's for sure. It looks like we are going to be breaking. Some more sisters back on the battlefield. Some more spearmen coming back in as well. But 2 are going to break. 1 is going to shatter. That's really good work here from the Necrotech. He's going to have 1,800 HP left. And this is a super close game. Looks like we have shattered one of the sisters. And now we have the Nekahara Horsemen fighting here up against the Archmage. 1,100 HP left for her. The Necrotech is actually going to be shattering and breaking units over here from the High Elves. There's no way they claw this back right now. As we can see here, Nekahara are going to be having 21 models, 1.3k health. It looks like here the Archmage under 1,000 health now. This is super close. It looks like they are going to be crumbling just a little bit. -1 leadership, 1,000 HP. 880 for the Archmage of Fire. It looks like all of the infantry and the range is going to be broken or shattered. Some of the spearmen are going to be coming back into the duel. We have 24 leadership for the Archmage, 700 health, as we can see crumbling. -16. 700 health left for the Nekahara Horsemen. This is where the fight comes down to. Who can stand out the longest is the question. Oh my god, army losses here for the High Elves. Army losses has kicked in, and it is going to be a win here for the Tomb Kings. What an awesome finale. Now that is something I did not expect. I did not expect to see that here. I truly thought when we had all 4 units of sisters left on the battlefield that Wang Dang Doodle was going to win it without a shadow of a doubt. But coming in right at the end, left on the reserve table, is going to be the Nekahara Horsemen. 1.3k for them as well, just removing the Archmage. I really don't know what it was. It must have been some of the spearmen and some of the rangers coming back into combat. Maybe the 3rd time they broke there, actually causing them to shatter. But what an excellent game between both of these guys. Super tight all the way up until the end as well. So really nice game. 107 kills, 1,588 from the Archmage, 480, 760, 600, 455 and 303 from the Spearmen, 380, 290 and 480 for the Rangers, with 1,470, 665, 2,300 and 950 for the Sisters of Avalon, really showing what these ladies can bring to the table. 340, 310 with 450 and 335 for the Illyrian Reavers. I think here for Wang Dang Doodle, I think perhaps using the Illyrian Reavers a little bit better, probably like early on, just removing some of those skeleton horse archers might have helped tip the balance of power a little bit earlier on. You're not taking too much damage here on your sisters. I think it was unfortunate. There really wasn't much to stop these constructs from just pushing through that front line and hopping onto them and just shutting at least 2 if not 3 of them down for the majority of the game. But 141 kills, 2,660 for Cetra the Imperishable, 460 here for the Necrotech with the brilliant restores and the Van Braces, 150, 244, 150 and also 150 here for the Skeleton Warriors, with 505 for the King's Takesh Scorpion Legion, 370, and as I said, 1.3k here for the Nekahara Horsemen. We got 1,006 from the Skeleton Horse Archers, some lovely poke on the Elite Sisters early on. And we've got 645, 214 for the Ushapti, with 500 here for the Tomb Scorpions, and 2,002 for the Necropolis Night Halberds. So a brilliant game here between both these amazing players. If you did enjoy it, please smash that like button. I'd really appreciate it. Drop a comment down below about what you thought about the battle as well. And if you are new here, maybe think about subscribing. If you're also new, check out the description. You can find my Discord, where you can find all single player, multiplayer, leagues, and tournaments here going forward in the future. And you can also drop a replay just like this on the replays for casting. And I'll bring it here on the channel and try and cast it if I have some time. Other than that, I've been your boy Logic. Take care of yourself during these times. I'll see you all very, very soon.